Hey guys, welcome to this video. This one's just about us going through a creative and giving you some feedback on how it could be optimized. Anything that we ever go through in these videos is never saying that it's not a good ad or not a good landing page. It's always how can we optimize it and make it better. So this particular one is an ad where the goal is to get people to visit their Instagram page. And I believe their ultimate goal is likely to be that they want people engaging with their posts and at the end of the day, probably liking their Instagram page. There's a couple of things that I see wrong with this or that, could be done a little bit better. One is I rarely like to grow or build your Instagram or your Facebook or your TikTok or whatever because unless it's like a really short-term, fast project, you kind of want to get something viral, which is near impossible, but try and get something viral happening, make something happen quite quickly just for a really short-term goal. But if you have long-term goals for your business, then growing an Instagram following or growing a Facebook page or growing any platform that is not your own email address or sending people to your own website is not always the best idea unless it is part of a long-term strategy. So it's okay if it's part of a long-term strategy, but if this is your strategy, then it's not the best idea because at any time Instagram can pull the rug out from underneath you. Facebook can do the same. They're owned by the same place, Meta. If you can grow your email list, that is your asset. That is something you can take with you anywhere you go. So even if something happens with the email platform, those email addresses are still yours. So I'll come back to that bottom part. Let's start at the top. They have just put in hashtags. Now, the problem with putting hashtags in an ad is that people are going to click away, clicking on these hashtags, because I think this person is thinking maybe they've just put a regular organic post and boosted it. Maybe that's potentially what's going on here. And if you do that, then you're going to have all these hashtags and people can click away, but you're putting money towards somebody to click away and not do the thing you want them to do, which is apparently visit the Instagram page. First up, we don't exactly know what you want me to do from the creative or from the copy or other than double tap if you agree. So we're just trying to get engagement. So if this was a longer term, like a small portion of a longer term strategy, the short component would be get some people to our Instagram and build a retargeting audience within our Instagram following. And so anyone who engages with this post or anyone who engages with our page, then we're going to send them to do something else. And that something else is probably come and get some free value from us in exchange for your email address or send them to something small price to purchase. So I'm not sure what the biggest strategy is, but if it is its own strategy, not a great idea. Copy doesn't mention who they are, what they do, or what they are selling. The name doesn't give it away either. Post and copy is not value driven. Only benefit here is to increase engagement for the algorithm, which can be flagged. So if you're just trying to get people to engage with you through paying for it, like if you're trying to boost a competition or something like that, where it's like this post to go in the competition, you'll get flagged and Instagram won't run that creative, or it will run a short period of time and then it will get stopped. I mentioned the hashtags. Creative doesn't show with clarity who the brand is, what they represent and why. And then, as I mentioned, the CTA goal appears to grow Instagram following, and we go into a little bit more detail about why we want to have this. If you want to have this, you want it in part as part of a bigger strategy and not putting too much spend behind it. I hope that helps. I'll talk to you in the next video.